Shalom, Brukim Habaim, welcome. My name is Andre Widodo, and I've been studying in Yeshivat Sufu for more than 5 years, and have graduated from level Aleph. And after graduation, people called me More Andre. And also, I am a blessed husband of my wife, Miriam, and we have 2 kids, Joseph and Sarah. Joseph is 21 years old, and Sarah is 13 years old. In the marketplace, I work as an airline pilot, and I'm an instructor pilot. And in the marketplace, people recognize me as a Captain Andre. Today is Shavuot, and first of all, I want to wish you all Chag Shavuot Sameach, Happy Shavuot to all of you. And with the Night of the Bride today, I will give the subtitle as Bringing Heavens Down to the Earth. Bringing Heavens Down to Earth. In the Tefillat Haraf, or Rabbi's Prayer, in Matthew 6, verse 9 until 13, our Rabbi Yeshua taught us a revolutionary prayer, which is known as Lord's Prayer. On in Hebrew is Tefillat Haraf. In the verse 10, it is said, "Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." The question arises from this verse: how do we make our earth as it is in heaven? That's the question that we have to ask. How is the realization process of making earth as it is in heaven? What is the practicality? This is a revolutionary prayer in Matthew 6, verse 10. It says, "Tavo malchutcha ya'asher etzoncha ka'asher b'shamayim gam ba'aretz." Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In relation to Shavuot today, we will find some interesting point that I'd like to share to all of you. Some important points about Shavuot. Number 1, Shavuot in Exodus 23, verse 16 is called Chag Hakatzir, or the first fruits. In Numbers 28, verse 26, Shavuot also called as Yom HaBikurim. In Deuteronomy 18, verse 16, Shavuot is also known as Yom HaKahal, or the Day of the Assembly. And Chazal call Shavuot as Zeman Matan Toratenu, or the season of the giving of the Torah. So this is Shavuot is all about. Point number 2. Shavuot is also known as the time when Hashem making ketubah, or marriage contract with the nation of Israel, and making Israel as the bride. Point number 3 that we have to share. Who is the identity of the bride? The bride is Israel. The bride is not the church. The bride is Israel. The identity of Israel consists of Ezrach, the native, the Jews, and also Erefraf, or the mixed multitude, or in other words, the non-Jews who decided to join the Jewish people to worship Hashem. So that's the identity of the bride. That's the identity of Israel, consists of 2 identities. Point number 4. Shavuot, after the Exodus from Egypt, it was the first time in human history when heaven came down and became one, united with earth. It happened on Shavuot. In Talmud Babylonian, Talmud Bavli, Masechet Yoma 4a to 4b, it is said that Moshe Rabbeinu went up to Mount Sinai to get the Torah from the heavens. The angel asked Moshe, "What did you do here?" Moshe said, "I want to take the Torah that Hashem gave it to us." So the question arises also, how can a human being go up to heaven? to retrieve or to get the Torah, to receive the Torah. There is a process. If we look at the process, the children of Israel went out of Egypt, Exodus from Egypt, and arrived at the foot of Mount Sinai. There's a process that they went through. What kind of process? Number 5, what kind of process that the bride or Israel must went through first before receiving Torah? Point number 6, the month of Iyar. The month of Iyar is also the month of healing, because Iyar stands for Ani Adonai Rofecha, or in English is I'm Adonai your healer. Exactly 1 month after 15 of Nisan, after Pesach, on the 15th of Iyar, the matzah that the children of Israel brought out of Egypt, it was finished. No more food. They didn't have food anymore, and Hashem gave them manna, or the bread of heaven. In Exodus 16, verse 15, the children of Israel asked, Mahu, or what is it? Or to be precise is, who is he? Because nobody knows what it is. It is hidden, nobody knows. This gives us a hint. In Leshem Yichud prayer, or pre-mitzvah prayer, it is mentioned like this: Leshem Yichud Kutsa Brihu Ushinte Bithilu Urhimu Leyachat Shem Yutke Bufavke Bihuda Shalmi Al Yedei Nistar Benaalam Beshem Kol Israel, which means, for the sake of the unification of the Holy One, blessed is He, and His present in fear and love, to unify the name Yud-K with Vav-K in perfect unity, to the one hidden in the name of all Israel. The question arises, who is the one that hidden? If we read in the book of Judges 13, verse 18, there's a story of the angel of the Lord talking to Manoah. And Manoah asked to the angel of the Lord, what is your name? And the angel of the Lord replied to Manoah, why do you ask my name? Lishmi vehu veli. That's what book of Judges 13 verse 18 says. Lishelmi vehu veli. The name is hidden. The name of the angel of the Lord is hidden. If we refer to the Maksor Rosh Hashanah, we know that there is an angel that can go face to face with the Holy One, blessed is He. And the angel is the angel of Memtet, and the name of the angel of Memtet is Yeshua. In another story, I want to share with you now, point number 8. 2 Orthodox rabbis, Rabbi Chaim Clofern and Rabbi David Katz, in their books, The World of the Ger, they say that 46 days after leaving Egypt, Israel, which consists of Ezrach and Erephrath, or the non-Jews who sought refuge with Israel, they arrived at the foot of Mount Sinai. Their bodies had been purified by eating manna. The lame could walk straight. The blind could see. And every physical defect was healed. And this is the quotation from an Orthodox rabbi. 2 Orthodox rabbis. All Zuhama or the flow of spiritual filth that enter man since the Garden of Eden was ceased because of manna. And the people were raised above the grasp of death. So at that time, the people is above the level of death. They experience Tekiyat Hamidin, or the resurrection of the dead. We can refer this from the Talmud Bavli, Maseket Sabat 146a. So this is the process or the blueprint that we find in the Torah. Before Israel can receive the Torah, they must experience the bread of heaven. They must experience manna. Point number 9. What is it, or we should say, who is he that enables man rises above the grasp of death, which also enables Moshe Rabbeinu to climb up to heaven and receive the Torah? Without the heavenly bread, without the bread of heaven, nobody can go up and retrieve or receive the Torah. So the blueprint from the Torah is crystal clear. What is the process for a man before receive the Torah? He must experience manna, the bread of heaven. Because the bread of heaven that enables us to bring down heavenly realm to the earth. This is the process, this is the realizations of the prayer, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So, in this Shavuot, let us do our avodah, let us do our part. The Messiah now is in exile. The Messiah has klippah. And the Messiah needs us in order to return to the Jewish people. In Rabbi Shapira book, The Sorah According to COVID-19, the Jews have the klippah. The non-Jews have the klippah. As the non-Jews who partake the Jewish people, the covenant of the Jewish people, we have to work on our klippah. We bring the kosher Yeshua to the Jewish people so they can experience the heavenly bread in order to bring down heaven to the earth. At last, let me wish you all Chag Shavuot Sameach. May we hasten the coming of our beloved Messiah Yeshua. Amen.